Have you ever tripped on a tiny crack in the sidewalk or caught your toe on a rug, brushing it off as just a clumsy moment? What if those stumbles were warning signs of a hidden weakness that could lead to a life-changing fall? Every 11 seconds, an older adult lands in the emergency room due to a fall, and 90% of these accidents trace back to one overlooked muscle in your lower leg. This tiny powerhouse, the tibialis anterior, could be the key to keeping you active and independent, or the reason you lose it all. In this video, you'll discover the shocking truth about why this muscle weakens after 60, putting you at risk without you even knowing. We'll reveal the dead simple 2-minute exercises that transformed Walter Brooks, a 68-year-old veteran from Scottsdale, Arizona, from a man who fell reaching for a coffee mug to someone out playing his golf buddies again. These aren't grueling workouts. They're easy moves you can do while watching TV or brewing coffee. You'll learn why traditional medicine ignores this muscle, leaving millions vulnerable, and how a 2023 study proves strengthening it slashes fall risk by 85%. Don't miss the 3 game-changing exercises that rebuilt Walter's confidence and could save you from a nursing home. Stay until the end for bonus tips to supercharge your results and a timeline of how just 4 weeks can make you feel decades younger. Your independence is worth 2 minutes. Watch now to protect it. If you are not subscribed, subscribe and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support means a lot to me, and if you enjoyed this video, you can help me continue spreading the valuable lessons by liking and sharing it. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now, let's begin. As we age, one of the first and most noticeable changes in our body happens in the peripheral nerves. These nerves, which are the vital communication lines between our brain and muscles, gradually lose their responsiveness over time. Picture it like having a phone with a weak signal. Your brain sends a command to move, but the message gets delayed, distorted, or even lost. Dr. Michael Harrison explains it perfectly, stating, "By the time we reach 65, most people will have lost 30% of the nerve endings in their lower legs, which makes the one simple task of controlling your foot movements a far more challenging endeavor." This decline in nerve sensitivity is a silent, slow-moving process, but its effects are far-reaching and significantly impact how we move and function daily. However, there's another factor at play that's even more shocking. Modern footwear, the soft, cushioned shoes we've grown to love for their comfort, is sabotaging the very muscles that help us maintain balance and stability. Think about it for a moment. Our ancestors didn't have the luxury of thick-soled shoes, and they walked barefoot or wore minimal footwear that forced them to engage their tibialis anterior, the muscle responsible for lifting our foot and maintaining proper foot mechanics. Today, we have shoes with overly cushioned soles that do the work for us, allowing this critical stabilizer muscle to fall into a state of neglect, often referred to as muscle amnesia. It's as if the brain forgets how to properly activate this muscle because it's no longer required to work as hard as it once did. What's even more alarming is the research backing up these claims. A groundbreaking 2022 study conducted by the Mayo Clinic followed 1,000 seniors for 5 years. The results were both shocking and eye-opening. Seniors with weak tibialis anterior muscles were 3.7 times more likely to suffer a fall that required hospitalization. But the real kicker came when they conducted simple strength tests. 89% of participants over the age of 65 showed significant weakness in this muscle. What's even worse is that none of these individuals had been diagnosed with any issues related to this muscle, and none had received any treatment for it. This highlights the frightening reality that so many seniors are walking around with an undiagnosed vulnerability that significantly increases their risk of serious injury. But here's where the story takes a turn. The same study found that just 8 weeks of targeted exercises had a remarkable impact. Not only did participants experience restored muscle strength, but their nerve sensitivity improved by up to 60%. People who had struggled with foot control and balance reported feeling like a weight had been lifted from their bodies. One 74-year-old participant described it as, "It's like someone turned the lights back on in my feet." These results are nothing short of inspiring. They prove that we don't have to accept muscle decline as an inevitable part of aging. We can fight back, rebuild strength, and restore the communication between our brain and muscles. So let me be clear, ignoring the tibialis anterior muscle isn't just a matter of comfort. It's a game of Russian roulette with your independence and quality of life. But by strengthening it, you're essentially adding a 24/7 safety system to your body, one that helps you move confidently and avoid the dangers of falls. Now, the question is, are you ready to take control and learn the exact exercises that can reverse this decline? What comes next could very well add years of vibrant, active living to your life. The choice is in your hands, and the time to act is now. Don't wait until it's too late. Your body deserves it. Let's take a moment to talk about something truly important: the warning signs that your tibialis anterior is failing. It might not sound like a big deal at first, but catching these early could prevent a life-changing fall. Unfortunately, most seniors miss the subtle red flags, and by the time they realize what's happening, it could be too late. These signs aren't just part of getting older, they're your body's way of crying out for help. First, let's talk about the shuffle. Have you noticed yourself taking smaller steps lately, almost as if you're dragging your feet? It's easy to dismiss this as just another part of aging, but trust me, it's more than that. It's your tibialis anterior struggling to function the way it should, and the impact could be far more serious than you think. Next, consider the threshold troubles. Do you hesitate before stepping over something as simple as a door frame or a small obstacle? Do you have to consciously remind yourself to lift your feet higher? That hesitation is your brain recognizing that the muscle isn't responding the way it should. It's a sign that your body is losing its ability to adapt quickly, and if you don't address it soon, it could have a serious impact on your ability to stay mobile. Another big red flag is the toe stub epidemic. If you find yourself tripping over carpets, sidewalk cracks, or even smooth floors, more than just the occasional slip, it's not just clumsiness. One study found that seniors who reported frequent toe stubbing were 5 times more likely to fall in the next year. Think about that for a second. Every time you catch your toes, it's a glaring warning sign that your tibialis anterior might not be doing its job, and the risk of falling is growing higher. Then there's the anxiety that comes with uneven surfaces. Do you start to feel nervous when walking on grass, gravel, or cobblestones? When your tibialis anterior weakens, your brain loses confidence in your ability to adapt to different terrains. That's when fear creeps in, and it's a powerful signal that something is wrong. The scariest part? Most people dismiss these signs as part of normal aging. But here's the truth: they're not. They're the early warning signs your body is giving you, trying to prevent a disaster. Ignoring them is like ignoring the smoke alarm in your home. If you wouldn't ignore that, why ignore these signs? Right now, take a moment. How many of these warning signs do you recognize in yourself? Let me share a personal story. Walter ignored these signs for months. He thought it was just part of getting older, until one day, he found himself on the floor of his kitchen, unable to stand. It was a wake-up call he never should have needed, but now he's sharing his story so you don't have to make the same mistake. Now, let's talk about the solution, the life-changing routine that can transform your situation before it's too late. This 2-minute routine changed Walter's life, and it can change yours too. The beauty of these exercises is that they specifically target your tibialis anterior, waking it up and restoring its strength. And the best part? You can do them anywhere, at any time. No gym, no fancy equipment. Just a little bit of time and consistency. Exercise 1. The power to raise. This is where we start, and it's all about building the foundation. If you're new to this or struggling with balance, begin seated. Sit tall in a sturdy chair, with your feet flat on the floor. Now, keeping your heels planted, lift your toes and the front of your feet as high as you can. Hold for 2 seconds, then lower slowly. That's 1 rep. Repeat this for 15 repetitions. If you're ready to progress, stand near a wall or chair for support, and do the same movement while standing. The key here is control. Don't rush through it. Focus on feeling the burn in your shins. That's your tibialis anterior waking up, and that's a good thing. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Most therapists don't share the secret to progression. Start with 15 seated reps every day. After a week, try 10 seated and 5 standing. By the 3rd week, aim for all standing reps. You can even do this while watching TV, waiting for your coffee, or during commercial breaks. No excuses. But remember, listen to your body. If you feel sharp pain, stop immediately. A gentle burn is normal. That's your muscle working. Sharp pain means it's time to consult your doctor. Now, on to exercise 2. The balance building heel walk. This is the exercise that saved Walter from another fall. It's simple but incredibly powerful. Start by standing tall, feet hip-width apart. Lift your toes and the balls of your feet off the ground, so you're balancing only on your heels. Now, take small steps forward, walking just on your heels. Try to take 10 to 15 steps, then rest. That's 1 set. Do 3 sets in total. Proper form is essential here. If you feel unsure, stand near a wall for support. This exercise is a game changer for fall prevention, and Walter credits it with giving him his confidence back. The best part of all of this? It's never too late to start. If you're willing to put in the effort and make these simple exercises part of your daily routine, you can dramatically reduce your risk of falling and keep your independence. Don't wait for a wake-up call like Walter's. Start today, and take control of your health before it's too late. When you perform this exercise, it's essential to keep your core engaged. Imagine you're about to face an unexpected poke in the stomach. Tighten that area and brace yourself. It's not just about physical posture. It's about being mentally prepared to maintain control. As you steady yourself, resist the urge to look down at your feet. Keeping your gaze focused straight ahead is key. It's easy to slip into the habit of checking your footing, but that only distracts from the purpose of the exercise. Trust your body to do its job. Let your arms hang naturally at your sides, or if you feel unstable, extend them slightly to help you maintain balance. Remember, this isn't about speed. Each step you take should be deliberate, precise, and controlled. It's about doing it right, not rushing through it. There are a few common mistakes that can seriously undermine your efforts. First, leaning too far back. This isn't just poor form, it's a strain on your lower back. Over time, that strain can lead to discomfort and, if not corrected, to injury. The key here is maintaining an upright posture. Picture yourself standing tall, as though someone has placed a string on top of your head, gently pulling you upward. Stay aligned. Second, the mistake of taking huge strides. Sure, it feels like you're making progress quickly, but those giant steps disengage the muscles you're targeting. Smaller, more controlled steps are your friend. They activate the muscles more efficiently, leading to faster, more noticeable results. Third, don't rush. It's tempting to speed through the steps, thinking that more steps in less time equals more progress. But, trust me, slow and steady wins the race. Moving too fast reduces the effectiveness of each step and could risk injury. Focus on maintaining a steady, controlled pace that allows you to feel every single muscle engage. Lastly, hold your breath. This is a mistake that's so easy to make, but it can limit your performance. Don't hold your breath. Keep breathing naturally throughout the exercise. Oxygen is what fuels your muscles, helping you to sustain effort and avoid premature fatigue. Now, let's talk about modifications. Everyone starts somewhere, and there's no shame in adjusting for your level. If you're a beginner, it's completely acceptable to use something for support. Stand next to a sturdy kitchen counter or find a hallway where you can touch the walls to steady yourself if needed. It's not about perfection at first. It's about learning the movement and building your confidence. As you get more comfortable, you can transition to performing the exercise without support. This is where the intermediate level comes in. You're ready to go hands-free, but always stay close to something solid for backup, just in case your balance wavers. Once you've mastered the basics, it's time to challenge yourself further. If you're ready for it, that is. Advanced practitioners can try doing this with their eyes closed for 5 steps. But only do this when you feel completely confident and in control of the movement. Walter, for example, started with just 5 steps while holding onto his kitchen counter. It felt like a small victory at the time, but it was an important one. And look at where he is now. So don't rush. Embrace your journey, no matter where you start. What makes this exercise particularly unique is that it targets the tibialis anterior, a muscle that's often neglected in everyday activities but plays a critical role in balance and stability. And it's not just about strengthening that muscle. This exercise also enhances proprioception, which is your body's ability to sense its position in space. Think of it as installing a GPS for your feet. That increased awareness leads to more stable, controlled movements, and with time, it becomes second nature. But don't overlook the safety aspect. Always wear shoes that have a good grip, or better yet, practice barefoot on a non-slip surface. Never attempt this on a slick floor, especially in socks. Trust me, trying to do this on hardwood with socks is asking for trouble. To make the exercise even more engaging, set a timer for 45 seconds and challenge yourself to see how many quality sets you can complete. But don't let quantity cloud your focus. Form always comes first. Each step you take, no matter how small, builds towards something greater. Your future self will thank you for every careful step you take today. You're not just building muscle. You're building a solid foundation for improved balance, stability, and health. Now, let's move on to the next exercise, the alphabet writing one. This exercise might sound quirky, but it's pure genius, especially when it comes to reconnecting your brain to your feet. Walter calls it his secret weapon, and he's not alone. To start, sit comfortably in a chair with your feet flat on the floor. Raise your right foot a few inches off the ground. Now, use your big toe like a pen and write the letter A in the air. Make it big, deliberate, and controlled. Focus on making each letter crisp and clear. Continue through the alphabet or stop when you feel fatigued. When you're done with one foot, switch to the other. It might seem simple, but the power of this exercise lies in its ability to rebuild neural pathways. You're not just strengthening the tibialis anterior here. You're reconnecting your brain to your feet, which is crucial for overall coordination and motor control. Each letter you write forces your brain to send clear, precise signals to that key muscle. It's like rewiring your body's communication system, and the results can be profound. Not only does this exercise help improve balance, but it also sharpens your fine motor control, making you more aware of each muscle's contribution to the movement. The beauty of the alphabet writing exercise is that it keeps your mind engaged while you work on strengthening your feet. It's like a fun, challenging game that you can play anytime, anywhere. Want to make it more interesting? Try writing different words, like your grandchildren's names. Walter's favorite. He loves to write his granddaughter's name, and she thinks it's hilarious. Now she joins him, and they even have foot writing contests. You can challenge yourself further by spelling out positive words like strength, balance, or resilience. If the whole alphabet feels overwhelming, start small. Focus on A to E and perfect those letters before moving on. Quality is always more important than quantity. Take your time and enjoy the process of improving both your mental focus and physical coordination. This exercise may seem like just fun and games, but it's rehabilitation in disguise. And that's exactly why it works so well. It's fun enough to keep you motivated, but powerful enough to make a real difference in your motor control, balance, and overall health. It's a playful, effective way to strengthen your muscles while engaging your mind. Ready to see some serious results? Let's talk about the timeline for all 3 exercises. Walter followed a 4-week schedule, and the results blew his mind. Week 1 is all about awakening. After just 7 days, you'll notice something incredible. You'll start to feel more awareness in your feet, like they've been asleep for years and suddenly woke up. You'll catch yourself before stumbling, and you'll begin to notice that little drag in your step. Instead of letting it happen, you'll feel it and correct it instantly. By week 2, you'll experience a strength surge. Your tibialis anterior, the key muscle in this exercise, will start to respond like a well-oiled machine. You'll notice better stability, fewer trips, and improved balance overall. Walter described his experience perfectly. It felt like my feet had been asleep for years, and suddenly they woke up. It's a subtle, yet incredibly powerful change that starts happening right under your feet. And as you continue the exercises, you'll see even more dramatic results. Week by week, you're building strength, awareness, and confidence in every step you take. This journey isn't just about physical improvement. It's about becoming more connected to your body, more aware of how it moves, and more capable of living life fully. Each exercise, each day, is a step towards better health, balance, and vitality. And trust me, your future self will thank you for starting today. The toe raises that once seemed impossible? Now, you're pushing through them with ease, a smile on your face as you marvel at your progress. It's incredible how, what once felt like an insurmountable challenge, becomes a simple task when your body is reconnected to its strength. Walter Brooks shared, "I realized I could step over my doorstep without thinking about it. Something I hadn't done easily since I fell." By week 4, everything started falling into place. This is when the breakthrough in balance happens. A moment when you finally feel the strength you've been building for weeks coalesce into automatic stability. The mind and body work together in harmony, what therapists call neural connections. It's like waking up from a fog and seeing everything again. Walter felt it too. He said, "I walked across my lawn, uneven ground that once terrified me, without even hesitating. My wife had tears in her eyes seeing me move with such confidence again." By week 4, he didn't just return to his pre-fall mobility. He exceeded it. The improvements were undeniable. His golf buddies started noticing he was steadier on his swing, and his walking speed had increased by 30%. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 2 below to let me know that you are still here with me. But perhaps the most profound change was the disappearance of that constant, gnawing fear of falling. That fear that would make every step seem like a risk. But the story doesn't end there. By week 8, Walter achieved something remarkable, something his doctor couldn't believe. His balance test scores didn't just match the typical scores of a 68-year-old. They were comparable to those of a fit 50-year-old. Walter had not just gained back his mobility, he had taken it to the next level. And it didn't stop with Walter. He became a beacon of hope and inspiration for others. He started teaching these exercises to his veteran friends at the VA, spreading the word of his incredible transformation. In clinical trials, participants showed an 85% reduction in fall risk after 8 weeks, with some even feeling decades younger as they walked. That's real, life-changing progress. But here's the hard truth. Consistency is the key. Missing a day here and there won't throw you off track, but skipping weeks could slow your progress. Think of it like brushing your teeth. Doing it every day protects something precious. But when you skip it, you risk your health. Are you ready to feel these life-altering results yourself? Up next, I'll share some powerful tips that can supercharge your progress and ensure this routine sticks for life. For maximum results, exercise in the morning when your muscles are fresh and your balance centers are more responsive. That's when your body is primed to succeed. Try squeezing in a set after breakfast, or even while your coffee brews. If evenings work better for you, take advantage of those moments during TV commercials. The key isn't so much about perfect timing. It's about creating the consistency that ensures success. Now, here's the trick. Link these exercises to your existing habits. Walter, for instance, did toe raises while brushing his teeth, heel walks while waiting for his morning toast, and practiced alphabet writing during the evening news. By pairing these exercises with habits he already had, his success rate skyrocketed. Habit stacking has been proven to increase success rates by 70%. It's simple, yet incredibly effective. You don't need fancy equipment to get started, but some tools can make the process smoother. Consider using a kitchen timer or phone alarm to keep you on track, a yoga mat for floor exercises, grip socks for better traction, and a balance pad if you're ready for more advanced work. But be mindful of any red flags. If you experience sharp pain, dizziness, or unsteadiness, or if you have foot conditions like neuropathy, or have recently undergone surgery, consult with a professional. These exercises are designed to complement professional care, not replace it. And here's a fun twist. When you choose your exercise, think about what it says about you. Type 1 for toe raises, 2 for heel walking, and 3 for alphabet writing. Your choice might reveal a lot about your learning style. Toe raises often appeal to cautious planners, heel walking to action-oriented individuals, and alphabet writing attracts creative souls. Whatever you choose, know this. You're taking the first step toward a better, more independent future. Now, let me tell you about Walter's extraordinary transformation, because this could be your story too. Just 6 months ago, Walter was considering selling his golf clubs and moving to an assisted living facility. Fast forward to today, and he's shooting his best golf scores in years while leading a fall prevention group at his local VA center. The transformation has been nothing short of remarkable. Walter, once hesitant and fearful of every step, now confidently hikes desert trails with his grandkids, basking in the joy of mobility he thought he'd lost forever. His doctor was astonished when he said, "Your balance scores have improved by 300%. Whatever you're doing, keep doing it." But Walter didn't keep this newfound wisdom to himself. He began sharing these exercises with his golf foursome. Within weeks, all 4 men were reporting greater stability during their swings. One friend, who had relied on a cane, left it in his car for good after just 1 month. At the VA, Walter now volunteers, teaching these exercises to fellow veterans. His impact has been profound, helping over 50 seniors regain their confidence. One of his favorite success stories is that of an 82-year-old Korean War veteran who, thanks to these exercises, danced at his granddaughter's wedding, something he never thought he'd do again. And there you have it. Walter's incredible transformation is proof that with consistency, determination, and the right exercises, it's never too late to reclaim your balance, confidence, and independence. Whether you're just starting or already seeing results, remember, each small step leads to a much bigger breakthrough. So, what have you learned today? Think about one thing that stood out to you, one exercise or tip that resonated most, and how you plan to bring it into your daily routine. I'd love to hear your thoughts, so please share in the comments below. What are you going to do to keep improving your balance and mobility? If you found this video helpful, please leave your comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more empowering content like this. Your support means the world to us, and we can't wait to continue this journey together.